martini day?
Maybe you've had a stressful week at work, home, and school. You have a speech due, you started a new training at work, and maybe both of the kids have a game. After a stressful week like this, you need something to help you relax. Well, I have the solution. Today I'm going to share with you what a martini is, what the ingredient to a martini is, some of the terminology used, and the difference between shaken and stirred. A traditional martini is a cocktail that normally has unequal parts of gin and vermouth, about 2 to 1. Now, if you don't know what vermouth is, it is an aromatized wine that is usually made by adding an ingredient like sugar, alcohol, caramel, or water to either white wine to make a dry vermouth or red wine to make a sweet. It is also served chilled in a martini glass and is usually garnished with an olive or a lemon. Today I'm going to make what is also known as a vodka-tini or a kangaroo, which is the same thing except for I'm going to use vodka instead of gin. A martini dates back as far as 1895 with a recipe by George Kapler. Now, with mine there's only 3 ingredients. We're going to have vodka, and we're going to need about 2.5 ounces of vodka. We'll go ahead and measure that out. Now, if you're not sure what vodka is a neutral white spirit that was made in Eastern Europe. It's usually made with the grain or vegetables such as beets or potatoes. And vodka can be kept frozen because it won't freeze. Usually I like to keep my vodka frozen or in the freezer, but today I didn't have a chance to because it won't make it cloudy, or it won't have what they call a chill haze, which is the same thing as a cloudy appearance. Now, after you measure out your vodka, you add some ice to your shaker. And go ahead and pour your vodka into your shaker. You're also going to need 1 tablespoon of peach schnapps. There's also another alcohol. And you're going to need a splash of cranberry juice. That's a splash to me. After you add all of your ingredients into your shaker, then you mix. It's up to you how you choose to mix. I like to shake. Once it is shaken, you pour it into your martini glass. And there we have a vodka-tini, or what is known as a kangaroo. Now, shaken versus stirred has been one of the biggest debates surrounding the rights of martini preparation. Arthur W. Summit declared that a martini should always be stirred, while others, like Ian Fleming, says a martini must be shaken because it bruises the gin or vodka. So here are some facts. Shaking cools the drink more quickly. Shaking also is likely to chip the ice, which can end up in your drink no matter how good you strain it. Shaking can also dilute your drink because it can turn into water. Shaking can also produce what we talked about earlier, which is a chill haze, which can give it a cloudy appearance. But one of the good things about shaking, once your alcohol is mixed, once the molecules in your alcohol is mixed with oxygen, it makes it stronger or sharper, is what they say, which can be a good thing. And stirring, as they say, can bruise your alcohol or your gin. And when you mean by bruising, it just means to change the taste or to alter the taste of the gin. Shaking and stirring martinis are different, but they're equal. Each drinker must decide for his or herself whether or not they want their drink shaken or if they want it stirred. And that's really just up to you. Now that we know what a martini is, we know all the ingredients for a martini or a peach martini. We know a few terms in reference to a martini, and you know the difference between shaken and stirred. So I hope now that when a bartender asks you what you want to drink, you'll be able to say, I want a peach martini. And if he asks if you want that shaken or stirred, you'll have the confidence to say which one you prefer.